Look, this is not an original point, but my God, have you ever seen anyone more cringy than Elon Musk?
A better you starts today.
Yeah, all right, get all the comments out of the way. You're more cringy. Bastard. You're probably right, too. But anyway, here's my theory on why he's cringy. Yeah? Aren't you glad you clicked on this video? Someone's opinion. Don't have enough of that on the internet. Look at him. I was watching the meme the other day, which, wow, it's self-explanatory, isn't it? I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much.
I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much.
It's like living the dream and living the meme, and it's pretty much what happened. I can't not watch it anymore. I was never one of those people that was into British comedies because they were the skin crawly stuff, but that took it to the next level. That put British comedy to shame. You could learn a thing or two from Mr. Musk. Mr. Musk. And Mr. Musk at CPAC, you would probably be quite surprised to learn that was not the cringiest thing that he did. Not by a mile. Oh, he had some pearlers in that. I couldn't keep watching anymore. Don't you physically wince every time you see Elon Musk? I don't know how anyone can do it. Can you sit there and watch a whole hour of that man speak? The exact opposite is the case when it comes to Trump, right? Trump, every single time, even if he's going through his old hits of, gonna bring back the borders. It's very bad what's happening down there. The Democrats really messed it up quite badly, but we're bringing it back better than ever before. You can listen to that ad nauseum. He does the same ticket stump speech. When you're in campaign mode, of course you got to do that. Look, better than any Netflix comedy show I've ever seen. Ever. He's magnanimous. You can't not look away from the guy. He's incredible. That is the most charismatic man on earth. Apart from, of course, Kamala Harris. But she's not a man, is she? Anyway, the point is, that is so weird that these are the two focal centers of the universe as it stands right now. Trump and Elon Musk. And you have charisma and negative charisma on stage at the same time. And it collides in a car sale at the White House. Strange times. Really is. But why is that? Why is it that Trump is just so alluring that you cannot look away, and Elon Musk, you have to look away? I mean, look, that I am become meme. That is, for whatever reason, in my head. I don't know if you had the same thing. I'm just like, it's like a hit song. Play it again. I want to listen to it again. He stumbled off genius there by saying easily the cringiest thing that anyone's ever said until he outdid himself and the rest of the CPAC, obviously. The reason that he is like that, from what I can gather from looking at that guy, or as much as I could, because it really is like looking at the sun, is that that man is not comfortable in his skin. That man is a nerd. He's an absolute spurg. He has all the traits of one of those guys at school that finally figured out in year 12 after years of being bullied. Oh, if I act like an alpha, maybe that I can be in the cool, and then I can play rugby. They try to do that, and it just looks very inconsistent. I mean, look at the way that Elon Musk is dressing now. It's very 2004 pickup artist, isn't it? It's like, yeah, but I'm also self-aware that it's kind of lame now, and that makes it more memey, am I right? First off, you're behind the times. You're in your 50s. You just have to understand that when you are in your 50s, your only way to be cool after about 29, I guess, is if you become such a unique individual like Donald Trump is, that you kind of just bend reality around yourself. If you are doing what Elon Musk is doing, which every single piece of his fashion, everything about the way that he talks, it is all posturing. It is all inauthentic. Trump's Trump. people always say he's a con man, blah, 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 blah. Yes, but he is that. He is a confident man. You have to give him that. He is not thinking when he's on stage, how do I look awesome? He's thinking when he's on stage, I'm awesome. That's the only thing that's going on in that guy's head. You can see it. It's in his body language. He knows he's good. Elon knows he's not good. And so he's overcompensating, and that is not good. The thing is, when you go back and look at previous interviews of Elon Musk, say earlier interactions that he had with Joe Rogan back in the day, he's clearly just a Spurg. He's not trying to do anything else. He's sitting there, he's taking ages to respond to anything. He's pretty much an alien. How much easier is that to watch when he's being really boring? That was better than him trying to be entertaining. He just isn't that. What I'm saying is, charisma comes from an authenticity. And even if you are uncharismatic, it's better to just be authentically uncharismatic. As soon as you start putting on the, I am this outrageous, just supernova of a human being, when it's like, I don't know, dude, I'm pretty sure you're a computer geek, right? Like, aren't you an engineer or some shit? You're really not... No, this isn't working for you. And the reason that it isn't working for him is he is thinking, and I want you to think, do you ever do this in any interaction ever? Because if you do ever catch yourself doing this, just know you are looking like Elon Musk. And the reason that I know this, by the way, is because I have looked like Elon Musk a lot in my life. I mean, if you're trying to be a good comic, if you're trying to get on stage and entertain people for an hour, there's going to be many points in your life, many points, where there's hundreds of people staring at you, sometimes thousands. And you realize that there's thousands of people staring at you, and you think, I better do something. I better be entertaining. Was that entertaining? You start trying to think ahead. You start thinking, all right, maybe I'll move my hand in this way, and I will put it on the ledger like this and do this cool pose. And I'm going to be on my side like this. And then I'm just going to look like one of those suave guys in the 20s. Light up a cigarette. Yeah. You're thinking this all in advance. It's not just naturally happening. Like that cool guy in the 20s, every single one of those movements was just happening extemporaneously. That's why you can't look away. You can't look away because you know that what is coming out of that person's mouth on a subconscious level, he doesn't know what's coming out of his mouth next. That's what makes it entertaining. That's what makes it a wild ride. That's why you can't look away from Trump, because he is just feeling it. He is going with the momentum of the moment. You can do the same thing. You can live in the momentum. The way that you do that is, and I want you to write this down, make sure that your brain isn't thinking ahead. You do not, I repeat, not want to have density in your head. When you are interacting, when you are out on stage, when you are doing anything that requires any form of social interaction, it is not a good time to be in your head. A good time to be in your head is when you're working. A bad time to be in your head is when you're socializing. And that is why it's especially difficult for Spurgs like Elon Musk, somebody who was just heavily into engineering, heavily into, yes, this is how we make a car. That person trying to be cool, the reason that it's not working for them is because they are overthinking their entire life. They are constantly thinking. And so it's really hard for them to switch their brain off. It's the same thing with all tech billionaires. The reason that every tech billionaire you look at, you think, are you a human being? Are you actually one of those robots? They killed you and then they just put the flesh over the robot. It's not human what you are. The reason that it's not human is because of density. There's just this, got to do this next kind of, there's that all the time in their head. People do not want to be around that. People are not enamored by that. People do not want to see you thinking. Well, it's true, right? Think about all those, any podcaster, any Rumble content creator, anyone on Kick, the ones that are truly alluring are the ones that it just ADD, nothing else. That's all that's going on in their head. That's what's happening there. Now, here's an exercise that I want you to do next time you are in one of these scenarios. Say that you do catch yourself out like this. How do you get out of it? How do you get out of it? I want you to remember this guiding principle. Authenticity. I want you to not try. I want you, if you are scared in that moment, I want you to just embrace the fact that you are scared. If you are anxious, which is another form of scared, I was trying to think of anything else because this always just stems from fear. It's very obvious. Like you see it in the posture of fear, like he's moving his hands around in weird little twitchy ways. Fear, fear. If you are in fear, look, the only way out is through. That is the only way that you get out of those situations in life. You have to just engulf what you're in. You surrender to that. And then magical things happen. I'll tell you what, it's incredible. And this is a bit of a nasty, hoarded piece of advice because I feel like, yeah, you do need about like 10 years of experience in anything that you are doing to get to this point. But okay, look, the golden chalice, obviously, in stand-up, endlessly, is that you are looking for the next laugh. So it's such a dichotomy when you are trying to do stand-up. It's such a dichotomy because you're trying to make people laugh. That means that you need everybody to feel not insecure to get to the laugh. But it's quite an insecure thing, thinking like, how's it going to get to the next thing? How's it going to get there? What are we going to get there? What are we going to do? We're going to make them laugh. Every single time I've ever gone on stage and just thought, I'm not even going to try and make these people laugh. Not once. The whole show goes smoothly. The whole show from A to B is a smooth show. Anytime I've ever come out and just been like, time to bring out the A game. Time to bring out the touch with the flapping dicky. Everyone's like, this is cringy. Why? Because you are looking for that outcome. You are not in the moment present with these people. And whatever you are feeling in that moment, they are going to hate it far more if you are being inauthentic. If you are being inauthentic, everyone is going to sense something and be like, ugh. That's what you're seeing with Elon Musk. He's like, I'm very cool. I'm the meme guy. What are you doing? What are you just like? He is supposed to be the billionaire oligarch that is, you know, the dark Machiavellian puppeteer moving Trump around as the chess piece that he is. But I honestly think that he did it just to buy affection. He did it because he wanted to get in on the MAGA crowd that Trump has access to, which is just endless adoration. That's clearly what he wants. I was completely wrong about him. I thought he genuinely cared about the environment, but I think it was cool to care about the environment in those circles at the time. He doesn't give a shit. He just wants approval. And it's really, really obvious when you look at him. It's like he's trying to create some sort of persona. It's not working. It never works. Your own persona, your persona is always just going to be a personality. And the closer that you can get to that, the more people will trust you, the more people they will like you as well. So anyway, if you liked that, make sure that you sign up to my Patreon where I have up to every week, 3 extra videos. 3 extra videos where I am giving the best bit of, say, this book, for instance. Even though there's nothing good in this one. But that's what I do, though. I go through a lot of boring self-help books, and I give you the primo pieces of advice that I learned that week. That is on that Patreon. There is not a better use of your money than that Patreon. That's why I feel really comfortable spruiking it all the time. Every time, even when I'm just like risking my life for journalism, end quote, on Friendly Geordies, dude, I always feel bad. I'm like, hey, you just get it money. But with that, no. I'm telling you now from experience in self-help, nothing is more life-changing than self-help. I firmly believe in it. And that's why I think that you should also come to my seminar as well. Tickets will be below.